Hey guys, and welcome to this video. And in this video today we're going to be looking at the Arma 3 DLC 2. So without further ado, let's listen in a bit.
Hello and welcome to Scanning the Horizon, Arma 3 in 2017 and beyond. Last autumn we announced a new lineup of additions to our platform, and now we'd like to take a closer look at them. But first, we want to show you a retrospective of our development as we celebrate 4 years of Arma 3.
So, well, first of all, what we see here, if we go back just to the start of this. Nope, okay. Right, so we say, I'm guessing it. Well, that looks like an unmanned drone. That looks like a new jet. The one above does. This looks like a new area. That looks like a new area too, or that might be to know, I'm not sure. But let's go find out, to be honest. Yep, that looks like a new jet. If we just go back a little bit. Yep. Such things as that, and there's a DLC called Orange, so hence the oranges. What else is there new? That's definitely a new jet, because there's no jets in the game that have that type of vehicle type to it.
Over the past few years, supported by our strategy of releasing free platform updates and premium DLCs, there's been some truly splendid progress. While there's way too much to cover here, perhaps the standout addition is Arma 3 Apex and the platform improvements leading up to it. Released in summer 2016, we invited players to discover Tanoa, 100 square kilometers of South Pacific island terrain. Another big milestone we're proud to announce is the growth of the Arma 3 player base to over 3 million. That's thanks in no small part, of course, to the continued strength, talent, and diversity of community content. In fact, we've seen some of that work in action in the recent Arma 3 Machinima contest. And while we're on the subject, thanks again to all the entrants for their great work, and congratulations to the winners. Back in 2013, we made a promise to release a solid platform and tirelessly expand upon it. And with the unveiling of our third post-release roadmap late last year, we're set to...
Oh, let's go back here. Roadmap. Right. So, they said last year, and I can remember this when I was looking through that they're going to release a new map. It was meant to be launching a peak moment July's original release. Right, so basically this means that there's going to be another map. If we go up a little bit more. Right, hold on. Malden. So the jet is the one coming in May. Orange is going to be to Q3. Maiden's coming out in June the 22nd. So basically when exams start in my area, probably, well, everywhere in the UK. It says Martin 2035 reuses many of our structures. So basically it's a new island, that one. Tanks, next gen, TAC Ops is going to be quite a different one to see.
Continue making Arma 3 the most authentic, diverse, open platform in 2017 and beyond.
Well, they must be making new sounds for the game because of the music programs they're using. That means that it will be richer sounds, hopefully, this time, because it feels like all the cars only sound a little bit the same. So let's hope that's a bit of a no-no this time. Now let's continue.
Let's take a look now with a particular focus on the upcoming release, Arma 3 Jets DLC.
Here you see on the right there is the CSAT one. In the second right is the NATO. The one on the left. Wait, no, right. Sorry, right. So we'll just start from the left. The left's an aerial drone. Second one in is a CSAT. Third one's in a NATO, and fourth one is an AAF. Look all quite nice, to be honest.
Jets DLC is a package of premium aircraft supported by a free platform update for everyone. It's also the first DLC we've worked on in partnership with a third-party developer, Bravo 01 Studios. The package includes 3 air superiority jets, a drone jet, a new showcase mission, and some free bonus content we don't want to reveal just yet.
Well, by the hint of this, he's going to be killing a few enemies at the same time. Wow. And this is quite a nice big room, isn't it, to do it, so... Well, this is going to be quite fun.
These jets offer a new class of aircraft for the Arma 3 sandbox.
If we go back a little bit there.
And we don't want to reveal just yet. These jets offer a new...
Well, wow. That looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Even though it's a bit checkered in the way without a texture on. So it looks pretty nice, to be honest.
Class of aircraft for the Arma 3.
There's the drone, I'm assuming. Wow, that is not a lot of parts if you think about it. Jesus.
Sandbox.
There's another picture of the untextured starter one for the NATO.
Each main faction receives a new jet. NATO get the Black Wasp, a 5th generation air superiority fighter inspired by the real-life F-22 and F-18. As a sneaky bonus, we've thrown in an unmanned aerial combat vehicle, the Sentinel-2. CSAT fans can look forward to the Shikra. Like the Black Wasp, the aircraft features an internal weapons bay, complementing the conventional pylons. And the AAF Office of Military Procurement have placed an order for the slightly less advanced, but highly nimble, Griffon fighter jet.
Here you can see the Griffin in action. That's the AAF one that I was mentioning before.
Properly, our in-house team have created brand new gameplay features, which enhances the combined arms gameplay for everyone. Although we plan to share more details closer to the release, let's take a look at some of the highlights now. The jets themselves are supported by new features like the extended damage model. In short, this means that more parts of your aircraft can become damaged.
So what that's basically saying is, well, screwed at the end of it, isn't it? If this oh no, I thought this was an Altis for some reason, because it has shop, but it has an off-fall base at the bottom. So I was like, yeah, that's weird. But yeah, that's basically what it's saying. That I could lose an engine now at any time. That's pretty cool compared to what it is now. Just blow up.
In turn, this affects its performance and handling. The dynamic vehicle loadouts tech makes it easier to set up the missiles, rockets, and bombs on your aircraft. It's also worth mentioning that this, and all the new features, benefit the entire Arma 3 sandbox. The standout new feature, though, is undoubtedly the enhancements to targeting. This new gameplay is built around adding greater depth to the simulation of radars and detection in Arma 3. Active radars, for example, are powerful sensors that can detect multiple targets beyond visual range. However, using them comes at the cost of revealing yourself to potential threats. Now you have the choice to switch them off and maintain a low profile. On the other hand, some sensors, for example infrared, won't reveal your position, but they're more limited. Its range and its field of view is going to be smaller, and will only detect targets that are hot. If your enemy has his engine switched off, for example, you'll have to rely on your visual sensor alone.
Well, he's stated quite a few good points there that they've enhanced that every combat feature in the jet. Seems quite good, to be honest. Can't wait to try them out. Entries on the channel. It seems alright, to be honest. Not too bad. Looks alright for what it is so far. So that one's finished. So
and that will become less effective at night. Naturally, there's a lot more depth to this feature, and we plan to publish an uprep soon to really dig into the details. Overall,
I like how they've added, as what we've just seen in the last one. Yeah, they've added like a blue and a grey camo. That looks pretty nice. It's better than just the standard arid hex camo that you've seen before. Just that ugly green looking one. So yeah, I think that's a pretty nice feature what they've done. They've added a bit more skins to give the players choice. Not too bad.
New choices that help balance the lethality of our advanced weapon systems in an authentic way. Many of these new features are already live on our development branch right now, and we look forward to the full release in the near future.
Wow, well, that was jets. That was quite good, to be honest. I like the amount that they're putting, but is it going to be worth it for the money that we're going to have to pay for it. We'll find out in May.
Arma 3 Malden is a free DLC slated for release in June, alongside the 16th anniversary of our series. It adds a new terrain, Malden. Veterans of our series may be familiar with the island's layout and towns, while players familiar with Project Argo will know it already. In short, the island of Malden is a reimagining of one of our original terrains. It uses adjusted assets from the vanilla Arma 3 with a few splendid additions. The DLC is also an opportunity to release a new cooperative multiplayer mode, Combat Patrol. Players form an infantry team with the option to select which area to play in. Each playthrough is a bit different thanks to the scenario's heavily randomized nature.
Well, I think I'll be trying out that new map. It didn't look too good, to be honest. From what I've seen, it just looked basically like the old map. So I might give it a try and see what it looks like, but don't think I might not do a video on it because it doesn't look too appealing compared to the vanilla. It just looks like a sloppier, reimaged version of it. But I do like what they've done about it. Them patrol missions and the scenario changes every time. I think that's pretty good, to be honest. Not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, that's my opinion on it. Let's continue to Orange.
The so-called Orange DLC is the codename for a small development taking place in our new studio in Amsterdam. The package, codenamed after the place it's being developed, is somewhere between Arma 3 carts and Arma 3 helicopters in size. It explores a unique aspect of today's battlefield, a theme not often covered by other games, which we'll announce later this year. But in terms of what you can expect, there'll be a couple of new vehicles, character clothing and gear, decorative objects, a mini-campaign, and more besides.
Basically what they're saying, they're going to add a few more helicopters, go-karts and clothing. Is that going to be really worth it? I don't really think it is.
Talk power granted.
Boom. Oh, now on to the TAC Ops 3 DLC. Should be
Arma
good,
3
do you
TAC
think?
Ops is a package of authentic, replayable tactical operations which make the most use of our diverse sandbox and terrains. During the production of DLCs and updates, we add various new features, weapons, vehicles, terrains, and so on.
Well, that seems like a lie straight away because the only thing they've done is put 64-bit version in and they haven't added free weapons. It's mainly just like spam of nothing, basically. Let's continue on.
It can be a real challenge for our designers to make the most of everything and deliver robust content on time. So TAC Ops is an opportunity to explore our rich sandbox and present the diversity of Arma gameplay in all its splendid glory. Right now, we're evaluating various pitches for the content. We're in pre-production. At this stage, we're working together with our military consultant on how to marry up authentic scenarios with fun, replayable gameplay. We plan to share more information about this content later in the year.
Well, that just basically seemed like the last one where it had the tactical thing. Not TAC Ops DLC, but the one where it said just patrols. It seemed basically like the standard Arma, just to try to get money off of it. That's my personal opinion. I think that what they've done is basically try to rebrand missions and try and sell them probably with a few new weapons. And that's it, I think. But hopefully tanks is the best out of all of them. Let's have a look.
As you might know, here at Bohemia Interactive, we're pretty big fans of tanks. In fact, so much so that we have our very own in the back garden of our studio. With that in mind, we're very pleased to include Arma 3 Tanks DLC in our roadmap. An asymmetric package of armoured vehicles, Tanks DLC aims to bring new and improved gameplay to tracked and armoured warfare.
So basically what we've just seen there, sorry for the little cut out as well if you're wondering that there's a little skip. It's not really that, that's a new tank, that looks alright to be honest, but I wish it was a little bit better because I know it's meant to be realistic, but they could have added a better like hull to the top of it. near the breach. I think that would have been a better strategy to do, to be honest, because it would have made it look nicer. And have you seen that? They've got like a little personalised ammo box with NATO linked. Wow, didn't really think they would add them in the studio. DME.
New and improved gameplay to tracked and armoured warfare. We're just about to wrap up the pre-production phase of our development, which is where we make basic choices about its content and features and form a plan for production proper. Although our content and feature list is not quite finalised, we can say our key goals are to improve the handling.
That's definitely a new feature that I can track.
Experience of tracked vehicles, together with improvements to armoured combat in general. Ultimately, with new premium vehicles and free features, we want to focus on the advantages and disadvantages of different vehicles within our combined arms sandbox.
Doesn't seem like a lot of people are actually doing this, does it? Like, it only seems like a small studio that have been trying to pump it out for a few years, but they're doing quite well, I'd say. They've pumped out, well, they pumped out 8 DLCs, so looks good.
Offering players meaningful choices together with a richer experience.
Have I just seriously seen a tank in the...
Together with a richer experience.
Who needs a tank in the back garden? Like, seriously, why? Why do you need a tank like this in the back garden? There is no need for it. And the final part?
4 years into the release of Arma 3, it almost goes without saying.
4 years. 4 years worth of shit as well. Because, thing is, it's been a pile of terribleness since the start. It hasn't been optimized. The ground is jagged and everything. It's like just trying to run into a brick wall. If you watch some people, you'll see when they're going up hills that they have like little cuts in them. Like, that's not optimized well, is it? If it has little cuts in the grass, it's meant to be like smooth and everything. It's meant to try and flow. Obviously 1 or 2 sharp things, but you know, not as many as Arma has, because sometimes you just lose your wheels and just get screwed, and then you're like, Arma, eat crap. DM me. Let's continue.
That work on maintaining and improving the platform will continue. With that in mind, there are still a few highlights we'd like to pick out. The 64-bit executable of Arma 3, which
that was just recently released, and it actually kind of improved the game for a lot of people. Took 4 years to do that. Dear me, 4 years. Very bad.
which is part of update 1.68, will enable the game to utilize virtually all of your...
Let's have a look at this code. Dummy. That's what they are. I just don't understand how it's took so long, but whatever.
System's memory. We expect Arma to show a lot more consistent performance. We also plan to continue our support for Linux and Mac ports. We aim to announce more about that later this year. Ultimately, there are countless small but important tweaks being released on a daily basis.
Nah, you don't see tweaks every day because they don't actually download. Damn it.
Something that's set to continue in 2017. Be sure to check out arma3.com or drop by our forums to keep track of it all. Once more, we'd like to close by paying tribute to our community. Your support, creativity, and dedication over the past few years has come to define, perhaps more than any feature we've released or update we've published, really what Arma 3 is today. Thank you again, and bye for now.
Well, what I think of that is basically the only parts of that which are good are, I'd say, jets, tanks, probably like a little bit of the helicopters and go-karts. I think that's really it, but I think the rest of it's going to be quite crap, but we'll have to see. Drop your thoughts down below, and I hope you've enjoyed this overview and briefing of the 4 DLCs that are coming out in Arma 3 this year. Well, this year and next, because Tanks is coming out next year for some reason. I don't have a clue. But yeah, if you enjoyed, like, and all that other stuff, I'll see you in the next video.